Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Carey and this is Carey Digital. I'm a Canva certified creative and a global ambassador for Canva. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can easily create your very own brand kit and brand template utilizing Canva. So maybe you're just starting out in your business or you want to give your business a nice revamp. I'm going to show you how you can build a cohesive brand and a visual identity that relates and can engage your audience online. So let's jump right into it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what is a brand kit, how you can create your brand kit, and how you can utilize your brand kit to make it easier when you're designing your graphics in Canva. So one of the first things you want to understand is what is a brand kit. And so the first thing you want to understand is a brand kit is your key to communicating your brand's identity. So think about all the top brands or even just your very own business. What would you want your brand to represent? What is the tone you're setting? How do you want to communicate? What type of emotions do you want to evoke? What kind of language will you use or do you use when you're communicating your brand online and otherwise? And so pretty much your brand kit is the guide to your brand's visual identity. And branding for your business starts with a few things. It starts with knowing the purpose of your brand. So through my series, I talk about growing your biz presence online. And so it's very important for you to know what's the purpose of your business, what's the purpose of your brand, and that can be communicated through branding, right? And that would include, the personality you have, the logo you choose, it's the fonts you utilize, and even the colors. So I'm going to use my own brand as an example and business as an example, which is Carey Digital. So when you go on my profile, you'll see that I have a certain type of logo that I utilize. You'll also see the colors that I utilize, right? So I have three main colors that I utilize for my own brand, right? I would call them primary colors. I will dive a little deeper when I start showing you how you can set up your brand kit in Canva. But pretty much I have three main primary colors that I utilize, which complements each other. And that's a big thing as well that I will talk a little bit more about, right? I have a purple tone, I have gold, I have a lighter hue of purple, which would call it lavender, right? So I'm going for these three colors that helps my brand to show off what I'm evoking, what's my personality. And so for my brand, I utilize these colors because I'm talking to women, right? I'm communicating with women, and women normally sometimes like the lighter tone. They like a little touch of sophistication and luxury. And so that's how I communicate my brand, and that's what my brand and business represents. It communicates luxury, sophistication, and we're going to talk just a little bit about colors and choosing colors, because your colors evokes a lot of things, right? So for me, if you don't know, purple is about luxury, it's about wealth, it's about royalty, and that's something that I talk about through my business. I talk about when you work with me, I help to give you that. I help you to achieve the financial freedom and the flexibility by saving your time, right? So those are some things that you should be mindful of as relates to your brand, which is choosing the right colors. And I try to blend it in many ways to just give my brand some personality. And so you'll even see the little fonts, or not fonts, well, the font one, but even just the other elements that makes my brand look fun and engaging. So these are some things that we have to be mindful of. And let us just dive right into creating your brand kit, which is what you're exactly here for. So I'm going to show you where you can find your brand kit, or where you can start with creating your brand kit. And on the left hand side of Canva, on the home page, you'll find tools, and under tools you'll find brand. So you guys want to learn how you can better utilize Canva in your business? Join me on the 2nd and the 4th Saturday of every month, starting October, where I'll be going live on my YouTube channel. I'll be giving you all the tips, the hacks, and the tricks on how to better utilize Canva in your business, so you can build your online presence and better engage with your audience online. I'm excited to connect with you. So join me live every second and the fourth Saturday starting October. I hope to see you there. You'll see here already where I have some brand kits set up for different clients, and even for my social media templates or Canva templates that I create. And I just want to give you a little tip here. So I create Canva templates, so for social media, website presentations, that kind of thing. But one of the key things I realized was that I am communicating to so many different women, and because I want women to connect with the designs I am creating, I have to create personality for my templates, right? So if even the colors I utilize was very important. So I'm going to show you here where I have one of my template kit I call it Carey, right? And this is normally my social media managers. And so while I don't have a brand logo here, I have brand colors. And so these colors are the colors I utilize when I'm creating these templates, because for me, that's the type of colors that would, communicate and grab the attention of my user who would purchase a social media template or any Canva template designed with these colors, right? So that's a little quick tip here. So as I said, I create brand kit for each of my templates, and I also create brand kits so when I'm working with my clients, because that's important. So one of the things about brand kit, it helps you to stay cohesive and and just be consistent, right? So you don't want to be one day you're using green and the next week you're using purple, or just all different type of colors because that's how you feel and that's the vibe you're going for. No, that's where your brand kit is important. You have to create a brand kit and utilize the colors and the fonts, and it's very important because you don't want to seem like you're all over the place and there's no cohesiveness. So one of the first things I'm going to do is show you how you create a brand kit, which is here. We're going to go to the right hand side and we're going to click add new. Once you click add new, you're going to see brand kit and brand template, and the first thing you're going to do is select brand kit. So we're going to give this a name and we're going to call it testing, because we're in the process of a test. But let's say we're going to give this brand kit some personality, right? And one of the things you'll see here is that once you've created your brand kit, you can also utilize it to create your branded templates, right? And this is something that we can dive into, especially when we start talking about creating social media templates, which I'll dive into in another video. So you want to stay tuned for that and check it out in the few weeks. So we're going to go here, and we don't have a logo, but we're going to upload something that is representative of a logo. And in this case, I'm going to use my own brand. So I'm going to click brand, and then I'm going to try and find my video elements, and here I'm going to use upload the logo. So instantly when I upload my brand logo, it already extracts two main colors from my logo, because those are the two dominant colors. So if you already have a logo and you want to be consistent, Canva helps you with that, right? Because it already extracts the two colors. So I'm going to keep it, but then you can also add other colors to your brand. And we're going to select white, because white is always a good tone to utilize. And I'm going to choose like something in a purple hue, but I'm going to make it really light, which I know would complement these colors, right? So this is the ideal way, and I'm going to show you how you can also utilize Canva where it picks a color palette for you, which is one of the best things. So right, we have 4 colors here. So the 2 first ones are the primary colors, and the other 2 will be complementary colors, because they complement the other 2 primary colors really well. So that's how we have our 4 brand colors. Now we're going to go to color palette, and your color palette sets the tone and the language for your brand. So that's very important, and we spoke about that briefly when I shared how I chose my colors and the meaning of it. So for color palette, we're going to just select some random ones here. Let's delete this one, and we can let's delete palette. Right, I'm going to show you can create a custom palette. So you'll see here already that there are some temp palettes, sorry, that were already created by Canva. And if you're just starting out and you want some ideas of color palettes or colors you can utilize, this is a great way to get started. So you can just select one and it's there, and you can keep adding multiple different colors, but again, all the colors must complement each other, right? So we have our brand colors. We can show you how you can choose or create your very own custom palette based on Canva suggestion. And another thing I want to show is that maybe you have in mind, like, hey, just starting out, I'm thinking about a color palette. Maybe I want to use purple, but I'm not sure the tone purple. And so once you type in the color, then Canva gives you suggestions on the color palette and the colors that complement it, right? And so you just can go through and think about it. But with every time, I'm going to keep mentioning this, is that every time you choose a color palette, think about your audience, think about the message you're communicating, think about the language, think about the emotions you want to evoke. Think about these things when you're choosing your colors. All right. And then we're going to brand fonts. Now, this is a very important one because, again, it comes back to language and tone. So are you fun? Are you more playful? Are you more like in a sophisticated, simple, minimalistic? Those are the things you have to be mindful of, right? And so what Canva gives you here are two things, right? You can choose your text styles, right? So I can just simply go here and choose a font that is already on Canva or included in Canva. So I can go through and I can scroll and try different fonts. And a great thing is that I can say, maybe I want something with a little fancy writing. So I can type in script, and then you will see all the suggestions for a script type font, or as you see here, cursive, and you see all the cursive type font. So these are also things, and I'm going to try minimal as well so you can get an idea. And you see all the minimal type of fonts in Canva, and you choose those fonts accordingly. So with the text styles, you see that we have a header style, sub-heading style, and a body style. And that relates to when you're creating your designs or any graphic on Canva, or in Canva I should say, then you're going to have different font styles. So maybe you're going to have the header style for when you're creating like a title, something big, something fun, something engaging. And then your subtitle would be, like a minimal message or just the copy. And then you have body, that is also for smaller text. So I'm just going to upload something here. So I'm going to choose some fonts. I'm going to use some fonts that I have utilized. So my main font is going to be Poppins Medium. And if I want to think about it, I could choose Poppins Bold, right? We have bold, extra bold. I'm going to choose extra bold. Then for my sub-heading style, I'm going to use Poppins Medium. And then for my body, I'm just going to use regular Poppins. So with this, you can use a variation of fonts, or you can use fonts within a similar font body style, right? And those are some of the fonts you can utilize. And I'm going to show you how you can utilize this in the next video. So here we're going to go to uploaded fonts. So if you have no fonts uploaded, I'm going to show you quickly how you can upload your fonts to Canva. And one of the things a lot of persons don't understand about this is that they use fonts for their logos and they're not mindful of the license and the use of it. So when you're utilizing fonts, you have to ensure, is it for commercial purpose or personal use, right? And the terms will be there when you're utilizing fonts. So one of my trusted platforms for fonts is thefont.com. Show you. So it's the font, right? And I'll go to thefont.com and I see all the fonts that are there. Again, I can come here and I can decide on the type of font based on the category. So you have fancy, you have foreign look, techno, bitmap, gothic, basic, script, and so on and so forth, right? So I'm going to go here and I'm just going to, just choose one of the basic fonts. So I'm here and I was like, okay, maybe there's a font that I want to utilize that's not on Canva. And so first it's always good to, just search through Canva, see what's there, because to be honest, a lot of the fonts you might be interested are already there. But if you purchase like a very interesting font prior to, getting on Canva, and you want to, as I mentioned, stay consistent and cohesive with your brand, then the font is also a place to go to purchase fonts. So I'm going to download Jumper and save, and then I'm going to unzip this file so we can get to utilizing it, right? So we downloaded it and I'm going to unzip it and we have it here. So when I open this file, I'm seeing the format. So I'm seeing so many different text styles. Well, there's the same font, but just different formats in which it can be scripted or written, right? So I'm going to go back to Canva and I'm going to go to upload font. Then I'm going to look for the folder that says Jumper, because that's the name of the font. And I can literally highlight all of them and simply upload. And it's asking a question: by uploading the custom fonts, I acknowledge that I'm the owner and have a right to use these fonts. Remember, I mentioned that earlier. So yes, upload anyway. And so we're uploading the files and you're gonna see them in any minute now, right? So as you see here, I've uploaded all the different fonts. So when you're ready to use, maybe you want to delete because you don't need all of them, but it's pretty much a way you can easily upload your font and so on. So I'm going to just do a quick change out here so you can see how it looks. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to look for a font that I uploaded. I'm going to type Jumper and it's searchable, right? So I found Jumper and I can keep changing out as I like for my fonts. And this is how you pretty much set up your brand kit in Canva. And this helps you to create a very cohesive brand. So we're going to do that and we're going to go to the section that says testing. And if your colors are brand or color palettes you don't need, you can simply delete them. I'm going to delete these because you don't need them, right? And one of the things you can do, so if you're going to work with a designer in the future, just to create your designs, you can easily share this with them so you can ensure that your colors is on brand. What am I saying? You're going to share your brand kit with them so they're mindful of what your colors, the colors you're utilizing, so you can be on brand and consistent, right? Also, we have brand templates. So this is where we're going to create a brand template, but we're going to do that in another video. Want more videos like this? Subscribe to my channel at Carey Digital, where I publish videos weekly on my channel for female entrepreneurs who want to monetize their skills online to achieve flexibility and financial freedom.